In a world that constantly urges people to be strong, to push through, to toughen up, many grow up believing that resilience means silence, never complaining, and always appearing fine. Slogans like "don't be weak" or "just power through" become etched into their minds, leading many to equate strength with emotional suppression, distancing themselves from pain and exhaustion. In that context, Do Hard Things by Steve Magnus arrives like a breath of fresh air. This book doesn't call on readers to run faster or do more, but instead invites them to pause, to look inward, to listen to signals from their body and emotions, and ask a profound question: what does true strength really mean? Through his own experience as a former elite athlete and coach, and with insights from psychology, neuroscience, and sociology, Magnus dismantles outdated definitions of toughness. He rebuilds a foundation of mental strength based on honesty, self-awareness, and compassion toward oneself. The book begins with Chapter 1, Redefining Toughness, breaking apart the long-held belief that mental strength is about silence and enduring pain without complaint or retreat. Many people are raised to think that the more emotions are suppressed, the stronger they are. But Steve Magnus offers a different view. Toughness is not suppression. It's awareness and mastery of emotions. Instead of ignoring fear or anxiety, truly strong individuals can face those emotions, accept the discomfort in their minds and bodies, and choose how to respond. It's not about numbing out feelings, but understanding their role in decision-making. In Chapter 2, Accepting Reality, the author emphasizes that inner strength can only grow from a foundation of self-honesty. In life, many deny their circumstances or refuse to face the truth about failure, weaknesses, or negative emotions. But avoidance is never a long-term strategy. Magnus argues that true strength lies in the courage to say, "I don't know, I'm struggling," or "I need help." When someone stops pretending to be perfect, they free up the psychological energy once used to maintain a false image and can redirect it toward genuine growth. Chapter 3, Listening to Your Body, is a reminder of the deep connection between body and mind. In the modern world, many have learned to ignore bodily signals, working through exhaustion, ignoring headaches, fast heartbeats, or tight chest from anxiety, all to maintain the appearance of being okay. But Magnus believed the body is a reliable compass, always sending signals before our rational mind catches up. Someone with true inner resilience knows when to pause, observe, and respond to those signals, rather than pushing through until burnout. Deep breathing, taking a walk, or writing down feelings. These small actions can be the first step in overcoming major challenges. Chapter 4, Responding Slowly, adds a new dimension to self-control. In a society where everything moves fast, instant reactions are often mistaken for decisiveness. But in reality, impulsive responses usually come from unprocessed emotions. Magnus encourages readers to develop the skill of pausing before reacting. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions. It means creating space between feeling and action, a space to choose. True toughness isn't winning every argument or firing back immediately. It's staying calm under pressure and responding from wisdom, not defensiveness. In Chapter 5, Meeting Core Needs, Magnus shows that resilience can't develop if we ignore fundamental psychological needs like feeling respected, connected, and valued. Many believe grit alone is enough. But the truth is, when someone feels isolated, unacknowledged, or in an environment lacking trust, their spirit slowly depletes. Magnus points out that high-performing teams, from athletes to business leaders, share one thing in common: not rigid discipline, but a sense of safety and being heard. Creating a space where each person feels, "I matter here," is a vital foundation for both individual and collective resilience. Chapter 6, Finding Meaning in Struggle, invites readers into a more philosophical dimension. Everyone faces hardship, but not everyone emerges stronger. The difference lies in whether they can find meaning in their pain. Magnus suggests asking questions like, "What am I learning from this?" Or, "What is this struggle teaching me?" These reflections can turn suffering into a growth opportunity, not to justify pain, but to make it count. When hardship is tied to purpose or core values, it feels less meaningless and becomes easier to endure. In Chapter 7, Being Honest with Yourself, the author speaks about self-respect as a form of moral intelligence. Many try to appear strong in others' eyes while constantly betraying their own principles, saying yes when they want to say no, accepting wrongs to save face, or compromising values to gain approval. Magnus insists that true strength comes from living in alignment with one's authentic self, even if it means losing others' approval. The more courage someone has to be honest with themselves, the less likely they are to be shaken by pressure or criticism. They're not strong because no one dislikes them, but because they know who they are and what matters. Finally, Chapter 8, Discipline as an Act of Compassion, offers a gentle conclusion to this inner journey. Instead of treating discipline like a whip for self-punishment, Magnus encourages us to see it as a gift, something we do to care for our future selves. Waking up early, exercising regularly, eating well. These aren't about becoming a successful person, but about loving ourselves enough to give ourselves the best. Discipline then becomes a gesture of kindness. When it stems from compassion, it becomes sustainable and doesn't lead to burnout. Do hard things is not just a call to endure challenges. It's a quiet revolution in how we understand and cultivate inner strength. The book offers a powerful message. Real toughness isn't a cold armor over pain, but the ability to keep going even while carrying unhealed wounds, with honesty, awareness, and compassion. True strength isn't about never getting hurt. It's about the ability to heal without losing yourself. It's saying, I'm tired, but getting up anyway the next day. It's admitting mistakes, but still believing you are worthy of love and respect. It's being willing to change, even when everything feels familiar, because you understand that growth is not a destination, but a continuous process. Through each chapter, Do Hard Things invites readers to return to themselves, to listen deeply, and to build strength from a foundation of emotional awareness, personal values, and clear boundaries. It's a journey of learning to pause before reacting, a journey of accepting reality instead of denying it, a journey of sustaining discipline, not through harshness, but through self-love. The book reminds us, no one gets through hard things alone. Resilience is not separation, it's connection. No one is strong all the time, but everyone can learn how to recover. And sometimes the bravest thing isn't to push through a little more, but to exhale, let go, and ask for help. So, if you're looking for a deeper definition of personal strength, one not based on how others see you, but rooted in your inner world, this book is your invitation. Read it not to become invincible, but to become whole, to become someone who knows exhaustion, who stumbles, but doesn't quit, who can cry, yet still chooses to move forward. And that is real resilience.